Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland. We are now in the beautiful month of April, and it's very beautiful because the money has gone up quite a bit. I think when I last left you, we were sitting around 65 grand, up to $223,000 in the bank account. I did get the big grass field of ours cut, baled, wrapped. That's all set. So those are fermenting. Probably hang on to these as long as I can. The price is probably going down. December or January is the best price as we know. But where did all the money come from? Well, contracts. If we go into our economy page here, yeah, you can see March I ended up doing about almost 100 grand in contracts. And so far this month here, getting close to $65,000 in contracts being already set and done. Most of them fertilizing jobs, as you can imagine. Some sold products, that being any stuff left in materials inside of the machine from ending contracts. And one of the contracts I did today was a hay baling contract, and I kept all these hay bales right here. Why not sell them? We'll get to that in just a minute. Other contracts I've done, I did a seeding contract yesterday for like 16 grand, so that paid off nicely. And also today I've been doing some weeding contracts with the sprayer. That was kind of nice. I've been ignoring these smaller weeding contracts, these little ones for like 600 whatever. I wish all these were there when I had the sprayer, because I would have gone around, probably gotten extra quickly, like an extra 3 grand. It wasn't that sprayer I was using. I was using like the Hardy sprayer, I think it was. So that was a nice little piece of equipment to use. But today, yeah, we got some stuff to do. Our field needs to be planted with soybeans, so I need to get on that just to make sure our field's set to go. Yeah, we're going to be planting soybean in here today. This field is ready to go. But before we do anything else, getting back to the hay bales. Yes, since we got the cash, I want some more animals around here. We need some sheep. I think some sheep will be lovely. And since we got the hay baling contract and I got some feed to give them, I'd like to go ahead and do that. But I do have a question for any of you who've been using like this baler that I have over here, or a baler like it. Is there a way, when I cut grass, to not actually have it wrap the grass bale when it comes out? Because in the future, if I don't have any bales to give my sheep, I would just like to give them some grass. But I couldn't find a way for that baler here. This is the Kubota. Same thing like the Pottinger. When it comes out, it just automatically wraps it. I don't, even though if you have an automatic drop, which is fine. That's what I want. But occasionally I would just like to have a grass bale. I guess the only way to do it would be to, with that baler set up there, is to get a tedder, cut the grass, ted the grass so it turns to hay. So when I bale the hay, it comes out as a hay bale and won't wrap it. But that hay that we got there, I mean, these are pretty big hay bales. So I think this will be sufficient enough for our sheep for a while. I think, I don't know. These are 16,000 liter bales, and there's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 17, 18. I got like 19 bales there, so should be enough. Anyways, yes, sheep. Let's go in here and construction, animals, sheep. We're going with this one right here. It's going to cost us 75 grand. Now, this is a dairy sheep pen, and we're going to put it over here in our grass field. I'm going to lose a little bit of grass field, of course, but that's okay. I think we're okay with that. Let me go ahead and rotate around this way so I can kind of see what we're doing here. I hope this is okay-ish. You know what I probably should do? Like always, yeah, let me go in here. Let me turn off autosave. And then I'm going to save the game from where it is. And that way, if I don't like the placement, you can always exit, reload, and try it again. Alright, so animals, sheep. And we want the big pen, because that will hold 120. Not a whole lot of sheep. Now, I don't know if they just make milk, and will they make wool as well as a dual process? I have no idea. I wish I could see a little bit better, but oh wow, that kind of pushed it further out than I thought it would. And nope, I don't like that placement at all. Don't like it at all. Let's see, what else does it do here? I mean, this part I don't mind. This part I do. Alright, take two. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? let's go in here. And I think the first thing we'll do before we do anything, like I always should be doing, is landscaping, flattening. Let's go ahead and cover that big of an area. Okay, now we'll smooth it out over here. They'll probably auto-adjust once we place down the sheep anyways. Alright, let's try this again here. This pen right here. Let's rotate it around. Let me do it from this angle over here. And it still place it down a little bit further. I mean, I don't mind that. That doesn't look too bad there. It's a little off over here. But I think we can smooth this out. Let's go back into construction. Okay, let's do this. Try to smooth it out as best we can around here. Can't really tell if I'm doing anything about it because we got two placeables here. So sometimes I won't do any landscaping around them. That's not too bad. I got a little bit of a corner here, but I don't know if I actually own this land that's right here, so I may not do anything with it. Yeah, that's okay. We can live with that. At least I can, anyways. Where is the trigger to bring the sheep in? Because we don't have anything to transport the sheep, so. Alright, let me go back into my settings here. We'll turn autosave back on. And then we'll come on down here in interactive zone markers. We'll turn those on. Oh, right here. So, is there a different type of sheep for the milking, or is this all the in-game sheep? I mean, do I just want to go one type of sheep, or... We'll go with a Swiss see, sheep produce wool. So I'm trying to remember, like in 19, which I shouldn't do this, but different type of sheep produce wool faster than others. But I think in 22, it doesn't matter that much. Do I just want to go directly with some matures, or we'll get some young ones? I think we'll start with some young ones. How about that? We'll go with Swiss Black Brown. And 10 of them for 2,300, or should I just go... You know what? Let's get the 8 months. I mean, it's not even $6,000 for 10 of them. Let's go ahead and we'll buy 10 of them. There we go. All right. So obviously, the hay goes here. I presume the milk is gonna. Well, this might be the wool. I have no idea where the milk comes out. Productivity, sheep milk. Oh, so they don't produce wool at all. This is going to be pure milk. So no wool. I mean, that's fine because I can always put down another sheep pasture that produces wool. Not today, though, because we just spent a whole bunch of cash. And you know what I'm going to do instead of... I don't really have any way to bring over a bale right now, other than loading onto a trailer and unloading it that way. We'll just pick up a bale because that's the type of guy I am today. Oh wow, they took that whole thing. They took that whole thing. Well, let's go grab another one. So it just seems weird that they're going to produce milk, but they're not going to produce any wool because, I mean, they're still growing wool on them. But whatever, we'll give it a try here. I don't know how much the milk sells for, so let's go ahead and check on that. Do I have a place to sell the milk? I don't know. Let's scroll on down here where I see cheese, but that's the standard in-game cheese. Oh, there it is. Sheep milk sells for right now $7.66. High price of $8.47. But I guess this is all irrelevant until we know how much they actually make for milk in a short while. Sheep cheese sells for pretty good, but we have to put down a production building to make cheese, and I'm probably not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and sell the milk. But it'd be kind of cool though if they actually made wool and milk. But like I said, that's fine. We're just trying some things out here. And I wanted some animals around anyways, but like I said, I can put down another sheep pasture later on. One for wool, one for milk. So we'll see how they get along. These bales right here do need to be picked up because in this in-game month, I need to replant my grass fields because if we go to precision farming, and let's see, where are we here? We scroll on in, and let's see, which one is it? Tillage, which is the last one here. Our tillage score in our grass field is kind of terrible because it wasn't a direct drill. And the same could be said for our grass field over here. And this one here, that needs to be worked on. And of course, field 50, we're going to work on that in just a moment. So yeah, I need to get these bales off. We need to pile those up probably over by our hobo house again. And we'll be doing a lot of planting today. Speaking of planting, let's get right into it. Let's jump into our class area on here. And let's go plant some soybeans. And then after we get done planting the soybeans, we'll have to put our fertilizer spreader on. We need to go down to our other field, the wheat field. The wheat has grown, and I need to put fertilizer into that. So, yeah, trying to get our environmental score up so when we do sell stuff, we'll get a better bonus. Let's lower that down. Let's see, I'm on soybean. Let's go ahead and turn on our drill. And looks like the soil type is going to be using the medium type of seed. So I noticed I didn't go through that much seed, but then again, I only did a small field over there. I do have some seed over by our house. So if I do run out, don't have to go too far to get some. And we got some weeds growing here, but that's fine. Small amount of weeds to deal with. So this crop right here, the soybean, when we harvest it in the fall, is going to go all into our fuel refinery. And of course we get diesel out of it. We'll get some pig food, some compost. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the compost. I got plenty of time to figure out what to do with it because we're talking that, I mean, that fuel refinery can hold about 1 million liters of compost. I don't have no place to sell it or use it as of yet. But the big food we can sell down at the sell point. Yeah, I kept doing those contracts in between episodes, and the fertilizing contracts kept coming up. And I was fine by that because it doesn't take long to fertilize fields and collect on the cash. Now, the only thing that kind of sucked a little bit, there were a lot of seeding contracts that were coming up. And I could have used my seed drill right here and my tractor. The problem is I was already using my tractor for the fertilizing contracts, which I'd rather do. And I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to go around doing seeding contracts with my seeder because all the fields pretty much have stones in them. Now, I know the damage, it wouldn't take that much damage, but the stones do cause more damage to your equipment if you're in the field and using it for that purpose. So I was like, yeah, putting it off. But then again, I only got one tractor. So getting a second tractor later this year, I think is going to be kind of what we're looking to do. But definitely I need to get more land, put down another shed, because I did buy this seed drill and the stone picker. Our shed was already full before that, and now I got 2 more pieces of equipment to park in there. I don't have the room for it. And I don't want to put another shed down on that piece of land where our fuel refinery is, and that shed already is. So yeah, we're looking to expand land-wise, and of course get ourselves another tractor. I would like to get either a Massey Ferguson, but I would prefer the T8 New Holland. But, said it many times, the store is going to initiate what we do, because whatever comes up for sale, if I got the cash for it at the time, probably what I'll go with. Now, the baseline New Holland T8 goes for roughly about 300 grand, just shy of it. And I was looking at the Massey Fergusons, and it wasn't really... There are some decent Massey Fergusons out there, but I think the highest horsepower I saw was like 300 for Massey Ferguson. But I'm sure if I go into the mod hub and we're looking at Massey Fergusons, I probably could find something that would suit our needs. But right now I don't have the cash for it, although we're not that far off. I also thought about when I was mowing that grass over there, it's like, you know what, you got the cash, how about get the butterfly mower, the Kubota butterfly mower? And I looked at it and like, well, okay, that's going to cost about $80,000 to do what I want to do with it. Slight problem though, that butterfly mower does require 200 horsepower, which we have on this tractor. But if I combine that with the mower for the front and then add the butterfly mower to the back, I think it'll be putting a lot of stress on this tractor. So that's going to be put on hold. And it's not that bad mowing that field over there. It takes me about a half an hour to mow it and wrap it. But the butterfly mower would make the job a little bit easier. I think with the $140,000 I got right now, and there's nothing really for sale in the store, I think I'm going to save up the cash and just wait and buy some land to put at least a decent sized shed down to put more stuff in. And then maybe save up some cash for the bigger tractor later in the year. We got basically all the implements that we need. It's just a matter of upgrading to bigger ones later on down the road. But another tractor surely would help here on the farm when I start doing some contracts. Being able to fertilize and then also go around and possibly do some other stuff. And of course, pretty soon I'll have to buy myself a trailer to transport the sheep milk around in. I kind of thought, though, with the sheep pasture that we just put down, that it's like, well, why wouldn't I get wool out of it? Because, I mean, the milk shouldn't stop the production of the wool, right? At least I would have thought so. But we'll see how the sheep get along. We got mature sheep, so right away they should start producing some milk. And in a short period of time, they should start reproducing themselves. And before you know it, we'll have 120 sheep. Well, it'll take a while. For chickens, though, we are at 100 chickens. Actually, it's been so long now, I even forgot how much that pen even holds. Maybe 300 and something. They're doing okay on food. But being our second full year now in east of Vineland, I think we're doing okay. I would like to slow down doing the contracts. I don't mind doing the contracts. But it'd be nice us to have enough of land and income from our own farm, not having to do contracts all the time to get what we need. But that's, that's part of the challenge. Part of the challenge was no land, no money, no equipment, no nothing. So of course you got to do contracts. And I think we're doing okay for ourselves. Now I should have 2 more grass contracts to do this month. I've already done one, which was for the hay. So I'm kind of hoping the other one is for the silage. And I will hang on to the silage. I may just sell it in case I want the money to, say like a decent tractor comes up for sale and I'm short on some cash. That's when I would sell the silage. I am going to hang on to the hay bales though. I don't want to sell those. I don't know how long it'll take the sheep to go through that feed. Probably take them a while like it has for the chickens. We did the chickens, I think the first half year that we were here, and I haven't had to feed them since. But this year they will need some feed, the chickens will. Yes, I'm not going through that much seed at all, even for this field here. Now the adjacent land around here, if you're wondering how much that may be going for, since we're kind of in the market for buying more land, it is kind of expensive around here because the land is based off the equipment that would have been on it. And on Start From Scratch, of course, there's no buildings there, but on New Farmer, this is where all the barns and everything is. So the land around here can be rather expensive. I think the land right in front of us is going for like $550,000. So, even though it's a lot of open land right here, and it seems like it's kind of nice and flat, it's just rather expensive. And with no building, no barns, no sheds, no nothing. The same could be said for down there where all that concrete is. That land there is a little bit cheaper. I think it's like almost 300 grand for that. So I may look. There's another piece of land down there. It's kind of an odd-shaped piece of land, and I think that goes for, I want to say like 180,000. So it's something we can afford. And it's something I want to have on the farm anyways in the future. So that might be the next piece of land, or I may just save up the money. Actually, we got enough money now to buy some more land with crop in it. But I think when it comes to buying farmland, I'd rather do it in the fall and spring when I can turn around, plant in there what I want to plant. Alright, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I'm not going through hardly any seed at all right here. And with soybean, shouldn't require that much fertilizer. Nope, fertilizer says it's fine. Soybean doesn't require any fertilizer whatsoever. The nitrogen value, the pH value for lime, it says it's okay. I think we'll have to wait until maybe next season, maybe this fall after harvest season, and we'll throw some lime down on all of our fields, the grass field, the wheat field, and then this field here. We'll just have to go another year with the way it is. It's not that bad. Actually, what's the potential yield on it when it says it? I mean, you look at the expected yield is 97% out of 100. So, trying to rush and get lime on here, even though it's not perfect or whatever, it's not that far off to worry about. But it would help out our environmental score if I could put the lime down. But it feels good to be planting in our own fields and knowing that in the fall we'll have our own crop to harvest. And this time around, when I harvest soybean, I'll get all of it. I was excited a couple episodes ago when we had that contract for delivering to our own fuel refinery. I'm like, am I going to get all the crop out of that? No, they fixed that a while ago, it seems like. I don't know when they did fix that, but either way, I mean, we got some soybean out of it, and we got the money for the contract, so that's fine by me. So this field is all set until the fall for harvest time. Don't know what to expect off it, but we'll see in a couple months. Alright, let me go ahead and turn that off. Go ahead and park this right over here because I'm going to replant our grass fields to get a better environmental score like I talked about. The next step is let's go grab our baling trailer. Let's go around and pick up our soon-to-be silage bales. I say soon-to-be. 3 months before that happens. Is this even turned on? Or yes it is. So let's go around and pick these up. Still got the other grass field to do. Mow that up. If I can save these until December or January again, we have a big silage sale. That was kind of nice to get all that money all at once and then go on a spending spree and sell, spend it all. Yeah, who put that telephone pole there? Yeah, so a lot of land down here we can buy once we have the cash for it. Just that it's rather expensive. And that's where the farm is going to be. At least that's the current plan. You know what we need to do, though, for the sheep anyways. Yeah, we need to give them a tree or two in there for some shade. I mean, they may want to come out and sun themselves a little bit. I think we got to give them at least one tree. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to leave that right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and give them a tree. Decoration... no, landscaping trees. Oh, wow, we don't need one that big. Let's see here. I'm looking for... There we go. That way if they want some shade, they got some. I don't know if the sun... I mean, that's the south. Down that way. So the sun should be going that way. There we go. You guys got some shade. We don't have to give them water because it's a big building, so they get automatic water. So they should be all set for that. Yeah, they look happy enough. Alright, let's go take care of our wheat field that we planted. And let's see, which side is which here? Should be more than enough for what we got to do. Let's head on down the road a bit. Let's turn on our beacons. Two passes should cover it. And from what I've seen and what I've been told, we really don't need the crop sensors, even though we're doing precision farming. They're there just for show currently. So we'll see what happens when we spread the fertilizer down on it. Now I do have crop destruction on, but we're only in the first growth stage. So it says for wheat. So it knows it's wheat. Yep, we're all set there. Let's go ahead and turn this on. And when we get done, we'll jump on out and see if we got the right amount. Actually, it's going through quite a bit amount of fertilizer. And they're working with, it shouldn't matter too much because it's only going to put down what it needs. And this is the grass field that I'm on that I did the hay baling contract on just currently. Yep, so we can see nitrogen level is perfect, 180 out of 180. And the expected yield is 96, 97% out of 100. So even though this doesn't have lime on it either currently, the yield's not going to be bad, but our environmental score is going to hurt this a little bit because of it, not putting the lime down. Now it's not going to reflect on our scoring right away. Yeah, so this one right here, it's all good except for the nitrogen, which we just put down, but that's not going to show up until we harvest it. What's the third one? Oh, weed control. Weed control. Yeah, it is what it is. And what's my overall score, though? 63. So we are getting a bonus of 4% when we sell stuff. We'll get it up there slowly but surely. The problem is every time I buy a new field, it takes about a year for that score to equalize and show what it probably will be. So we got our field all set with soybeans. That'll be all good until the fall. This grass field, like I said, I got that cut. I need to go ahead and replant grass back in here. So our tillage score goes up and our environmental score. We just reached top of the hour, so I want to see how the sheep are doing. If we come over here, well, no milk yet, but productivity is up to 10% now. No sheep milk because, well, we just reached top of the hour and that's got to 10%. So we should start seeing in the next hour some milk here. Their health is at 10%. So in about another 9 hours or so, I think their health will be at 100%. And they are in the reproduction age. So I don't know how long reproduction is for the sheep. But yeah, I was kind of, like I said, I was kind of hoping to get some wool and milk out of it. That's why I wanted to go this route. But we'll get some milk out of it. Actually, how much is that trailer going to be? Not that I need it like right now, but it would be good to know. I think it's just the Joskin one. It's not that expensive. It's only 12 grand and it holds 10,000 liters. So that seems like it'd be fine. I wonder if it will take, yeah, in the future, I could go to the bigger tanker. I think that right there is sheep's milk, the yellow container, because we go here. This is the mod for the sheep's milk here. And that's yellow. The blue one's for the cows. So I could always get the bigger tankers. Actually, I could even go something like this for 25,000. That's 8,000 liters. Wait a minute. Why would I do that? This one's cheaper. Yeah. Well, we'll worry about that when we get on down the road when we have enough milk to sell. But for now, we don't have that much to sell. But hopefully, we'll see how they reproduce. Reproduce themselves and how they do on the milk. And we'll find that out. So, yeah, I need to get the other grass field cut. I need to wrap up those bales and then replant these grass fields sometime today. In the meantime, I'm going to keep my eye on the contract. Oh, a fertilizing contract. We know I'm going to take that one. Bring in some more cash. But we are sitting at $140,000 still. So, possibly maybe looking at buying some land in the near future. Or just hang on to it and see if it comes up for sale in the store. But in the meantime, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching, as always. I'll catch you again right here in East Vineland. But until then, have a good one.